Welcome to Alpha Male Podcast, where we talk about what it means to be a man, the right way with God at the center, Judeo-Christian values. For we are made in His image, strong, dominant, in control. I thought it'd be cool to do a different sort of series on manly dog breeds. I did one episode mentioning a bunch of manly dog breeds a while ago, but I'd like to do a series where each episode I talk about one specific dog breed. I may compare them to other dogs. That's this series, manly dog breeds. There will be no Yorkshire Terriers, there will be no miniature poodles, there will be no Yorkie poos. We're talking manly dogs. Let's talk the Belgian Malinois. The new hotness in dog breeds, in manly dog breeds. Are they psychotic? Are they just misunderstood? Or are they psychotic? There's a lot to the Belgian Malinois we'll dive into today. I've got a bit of experience with dogs and raising dogs in different breeds. This is one of the few breeds I have professional experience with. If you listen to the normal bio normally on the other shows, I'm hoping this brings in some new listeners that don't listen to more of the tactical and manly stuff. Maybe they're just into dog breeds. So if you don't normally listen, I was the commander of a tactical team in a large metropolitan area to stop active shooters. We had professional gunfighters. That was our bread and butter. We also had dogs. We had detection dogs, like bomb detection dogs, explosive detection dogs. We also had a bite program. I think it was pretty evenly split down the middle. And we had Shepherds and Malinois, Belgian Malinois. So I have a bit of professional experience with the Malinois. First, we'll dive into kind of an overview. I'll start at the AKC to try and keep it consistent, as I've done with the other dog breeds. So this is the AKC page. The smart, confident, and versatile Belgian Malinois is a world-class worker who forges an unbreakable bond with its human partner. To deny a male activity and the pleasure of your company is to deprive him of his very reason for being. Belgian Malinois are squarely built, proud and alert herders standing 22 to 26 inches, strong and well-muscled but more elegant than bulky. There's an honest, no-frills look about them as benefit dogs built to work hard for their feed. A breed hallmark is the proud carriage of the head. Coat colors can range from a rich fawn to mahogany. The black ears and mask accent brightly questioning eyes, the color of dark Belgian chocolate. If you have ever seen a Mal perform an obedience routine, you know firsthand what a smart and eager breed this is. Problems set in, though, when this people-oriented dog is underemployed and neglected. Exercise, and plenty of it, preferably side by side with their adored owner, is key to Mal happiness. Okay, so that's the breed overview. Let's look at a few things here. Let's go to physical. And this is out of dashes they do, but you can consider it like out of 5. So out of like 5 stars, but they're dashes. Shedding level, 3 out of 5. Coat grooming, 2 out of 5. Drooling, 1 out of 5. They're not a super drooly dog, which is nice. Social, openness to strangers, 3 out of 5. Playfulness, 3 out of 5. Watchdog, protective nature, 4 out of 5. Adaptability, 3 out of 5. I'm actually surprised it's not higher on the adaptability. I want to give credit where credit is due on the mouse because I'm going to crack down on them here in a bit. Personality, trainability level, 5 out of 5. Energy level, 4 out of 5. If they only have a 4 out of 5, I don't know who has a 5 out of 5. Barking level, 3 out of 5. Mental stimulation needs, 4 out of 5. See if there's anything else on here. Good with children, 3 out of 5. Affectionate with family, 3 out of 5. Good with other dogs, 3 out of 5. Okay. Now, that's what the AKC has to say. We'll go with a little bit of my experience and my caution on this breed. And take this for what it's worth. But I think they are a good working dog for the military. I think they're overplayed even for a working dog for police and other things. And I think you had better think twice and then think third and then think fourth before you get a Belgian Malinois as a pet, as a companion dog. These are working dogs. If you're watching all the YouTube videos of them like doing backflips off a wall and jumping off of one dude to bite another dude in the throat and do search and rescue work, that's cool. Again, they're a good working dog, especially I think for military. But ask yourself, what do you want in your dog? If you work a 9 to 5 and you get home and your dog needs 12 hours of training and stimulation, are you up for that? Are you going to give your dog the amount of energy and stimulation that it requires? And we had these and we worked them professionally, usually 12-hour days, right? Maybe 8-hour days, maybe 12-hour days, but long days. We worked 12-hour shifts. The professional gunmen, the canine handlers worked, I think, 8-hour shifts just because it was easier on the dog. But even with those long shifts, those dogs would often get bored because they didn't have enough stimulation. So bored that they would bite people. Not bad people. Like we had bite dogs. We had the Malinois that would bite, at least one that would bite members of our own team, like our own professional gunmen or guests. And they would always make excuses for, I was one of the co-managers, not the canine manager, but they would often make excuses for, oh, this or that. I know what I do with biting dogs, and it's not make excuses for them. I think even in the course of their legit duty to protect life, they can get sidetracked. And from what I see in Belgian Malinois, especially, and we're talking like multi-$1,000 and then a lot of money put into training, not just like some pound Malinois, like a good bloodline, a good working dog, a really ridiculous amount of professional training, and they're still hard to handle. They require a lot of stimulation. They require a lot of physical exercise, but that's not all of it. They require a lot of stimulation. And I think the AKC was trying to put it as politely as they could on their thing. I think the AKC put it as diplomatically as they could here when they say, problems set in though when this people-oriented dog is underemployed and neglected. Exercise and plenty of it, preferably side by side with their adored owner, is key to Mal happiness. Also, our head canine guy, great guy, I was blessed to be able to work with him. I don't want to give too much away about his background because that professional organization is not affiliated with this podcast. He had been in canines a long time, and he conceded that. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but one of the things I remember him actually saying was, the Malinois have no off button like a German Shepherd. So if you want a dog that you can chill with sometimes, where you've had a rough day at work and you just want to chill, I would not recommend this dog. If this dog that you're getting for a working dog, don't mean playing fetch, I mean working for 8 hours at a time. Maybe if you have a ranch, they're shepherds. You're getting it as a shepherd, which requires a fair amount of intelligence, a lot of exercise. Maybe then if you have like a working cattle ranch or a working sheep ranch, it's a working dog. As a pet, again, you had better think once and twice and 3 and 4 times. Because if you go to work, all those videos of that dog bouncing off the wall and tearing stuff apart, that's what it wants to do. What do you think it's going to do in your apartment or in your house when it is meant to work all day and you leave it at home all day unstimulated and unexercised? When you've had to work overtime that week or even just a regular week, are you willing to put in 40 hours at work and then another 40 hours of dog training a week? Even that, I would say, would be on the light side. And really go and hang out with somebody that has a Belgian Malinois as a pet. And if they're not an apologist for the breed, if they're actually honest, see if that's the breed that you want. They can do incredible things. They can do incredible working dog stuff. But ask yourself, is that the right dog for you? Let's see if we can find anything interesting on the wiki on these dogs. Now, I want to keep it apples to apples. On the other dog breeds I've been using Wikipedia, the Wikipedia page, strangely on here, because it's a pretty popular breed nowadays, at least in the past decade, they have this breed as a subset of the Belgian Shepherd. I was under the impression that the Belgian Shepherd was its own breed. However, I'm going to read some of the stuff they have on Wikipedia. Again, it's a subsection from Malinois under the Belgian Shepherd. Belgian Shepherds descend from a common type of herding dog, as similar Western European breeds like Bouvier de Arnez, Dutch Shepherd, and German Shepherd. If we go down a little bit, it says the Malinois variety was said to be the first variety to breed true to type, and initially they became so well known in Belgium that at one time the other varieties were collectively called other than Malinois. It was the Malinois that the other varieties were gauged against. The variety takes its name from the Mâconnais region, I'm probably mispronouncing that, called Malinois in French, where it was the predominant coat type used by the local shepherds. Okay, it says here also that the Malinois includes, or let me back up. The Malinois in particular has become increasingly popular with customs, military, border guard, and police forces. Organizations that utilize the Malinois include the United States Armed Forces, the United States Secret Service, Israeli Defense Force, Oquet's Unit, the Australian Defense Force, and the Anti-Poaching Canine Unit at the Kruger National Park. Again, they're very popular for working dogs. This is me interjecting here. I think a big reason for that was that I mentioned in the German Shepherd episode that was such a popular breed for so long. There was a lot of breeding of that dog away from a working dog standard to a pet companion dog, and a lot for looks that really hurt the hips and the health of that breed. It was hard to find a true bloodline working dog because so many had been bred for so long. Side of that realm, the Belgian Malinois, in my opinion, was a little bit less tainted. Remained a hardcore working dog. And again, if you want a hardcore working dog, meaning it should be working 8 or more hours a day, it's a very intelligent, very driven dog. But again, make sure that is what you want, and that's what you're prepared to deal with. Anyway, that's the Belgian Malinois. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you do, there's more breed episodes on this podcast, and make sure that you're liked, subscribed, following the show. That's all I'll really say. If you're a new listener, welcome. Hopefully you tune in for some other stuff. I'll put in a verse I've been doing in this series, and have a blessed day. I think in this series I'm going to forgo the tactical tip, but I will throw in a tactical verse. God blessed them and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. It's the proper order for you to have dominion and control over your animals. It is not good for you, and it's not good for them to just let them do whatever they want, to let them have dominion over you. You're supposed to rule over your animals, have dominion over your animals. That includes your dog. It's your responsibility. If your animal hurts something, breaks something, messes something up, that's on you. It's good and healthy for them to have discipline. A better life for them and for you. So for these manly dog breeds we're talking about, really any animal under your control, have dominion over it. With that, thanks for listening and have a blessed day.